Hello, dear traders. With you, Guru Markets. Let's start with summary data for the company. Let's look at each indicator in more detail a little further. If necessary, you can place a stop. We invite you to take a closer look at each indicator of the corporation in question. Now we will compare the main fundamental indicators of the corporation AdvanSix Inc., ticker ASIX. Review based on current data as of April 10, 2025. According to classification Guru, Markets Corporation AdvanSix Incorporated belongs to the subcategory Chemistry. 57 companies participate in the analysis. This is very representative. For solutions on orders, see the end of this video. The overall result for the company is as follows: 8 out of 10 points. The average score for the subcategory is 1.9 points. If you look broadly, within the entire US market as a whole, we can note that the average rating for the market in the aggregate is 1.9 points. Against the score of 8 points AdvanSix Inc. Comparing the price movement of a company's shares AdvanSix Inc. and subcategory shares, we will see that over the past 12 months the company's shares AdvanSix Inc. showed a change of minus 24.5%. Against the price dynamics for the subcategory minus 12.1%. This does not clearly indicate anything, but we must keep this fact in mind. Market capitalization of the company AdvanSix Incorporated is $0.56 billion. And the capitalization of the subcategory is $469 billion. AdvanSix Inc. accounts for a share of 0.12% and is one of the very small companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is estimated at $0.77 billion, with a balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory of $191 billion. AdvanSix Incorporated constitutes a share of 0.404%. Having made a comparison of the shares occupied by the exchange and book value, we will see the following. Share AdvanSix Incorporated in the subcategory when assessing market capitalization is 0.12%. The book value is 0.404%. This is 237% more than the share of stock market capitalization. Assessment of the company's share of market and balance capitalization in the subcategory, good, 1 point. The analyzed organization's debts amount to $0.348 billion. Financial liabilities to balance sheet capitalization amount to 45.2% of capital. Score based on the company's debt level, good, 1 point. The company's price-to-earnings ratio is 12.8. With an average in the subcategory of 37.9, this is 66% lower than in the subcategory. Assessment of the market value to its profit in comparison with companies in the subcategory, very good, 2 points. Profit for the last 12 months was $44 million. Future earnings over the next 12 months are tentatively expected to be $70 million. And this is 59.1% more than now. Assessment of expected future profit indicators in comparison with companies in the subcategory, good, 1 point. The company's price-to-revenue balance is 0.4. The average for the subcategory is 1.6, and this is 75% lower than the average for the subcategory. Assessment of the exchange value to its revenue indicator in comparison with indicators in the subcategory, good, 1 point. Revenue for the last 12 months was $1,520 million. Future revenue for the coming 12 months is expected to be $2,420 million. This is 59% more than currently. Assessment of indicators of estimated future sales volumes in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 1 point. The sales margin is 2.9%, with an average for the subcategory of 4.2%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 1.2%. Assessment of sales margins in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The company's share in terms of the number of employees in the subcategory is 0.379%, which is 216% more than the share of market capitalization. And this fact shows the imbalance in the company's market price AdvanSix Inc, probably towards underestimation. The amount of capital per employee of the organization is equal to $389,000, whereas in the subcategory $1,226,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 68.3%. Assessment of the amount of the company's market capital per employee in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The amount of profit per company employee is $30,400, with the average for the subcategory, $32,400. And the difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 6%. Assessment of profit per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The company's revenue per employee is $1,047,000. By subcategory, $778,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 35%. Assessment of revenue per individual employee in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. Shares for sale are 1.4%, with a subcategory average of 2.3%. This is an assessment of a possible short squeeze. Indicator RSI 14 shows a level of 38% for the company AdvanSix Inc. For the subcategory, this level is approximately 43%. Technically, subcategory securities are valued in the same way as company shares AdvanSix Inc. The current valuation of the company's shares is approximately $21.10. The consensus price target for the company's shares is approximately $32.99. The dynamics of the current estimate and consensus forecast is approximately 56%. Let's look at the order table. It is available. The link is in the pinned comment. The order table contains absolutely all decisions publicly made this season by the stock valuation information and reference System.GURU.Markets. Access to the order table is free. Link in pinned comment. As a result of the valuation of the company's securities AdvanSix Inc. Information System.GURU.Markets, the following decision is made. Open an order to increase at a price of $21.11. The deal was opened due to the fact that the company has a fairly high valuation. The company's assessment was made using the assessment approach, the ASIX index. Take profit is set at 23.62. Stop loss is set at 18.6. In case the order is not closed by take profit or stop loss, then the order closes independently based on the results of the session on May 10, 2025, or on the last working day before the specified date. Ticker PCT will become a balance sell order. A video on the balance transaction will be or has already been published on this channel. In case of closing one of the orders, basic or balancing, the opposite order is closed automatically. Thank you all for watching this video and for using the information system Guru Markets.